Hi, it's Brooke here, and I'm happy to be here again, sharing some thoughts and potentials around your health and well-being. You know, I don't know about you, but since the COVID debacle and all of us being separated from each other, I've found myself less frequently feeling really good. Good about my day, good about life. Um, that feeling of well-being that's so great. For women, that feeling is supported by the hormone oxytocin. Oxytocin is a hormone produced by the hypothalamus in the brain and released by the posterior pituitary gland. Its generation involves a complex process involving multiple genes, enzymes, and neurotransmitters. And that's the science, but it's generated like specifically in mothers looking down into their face of their newborns. It's called the bonding hormone. And it also comes to us from spending time with others and from good, loving sex. And for women, another major stimulant is, interestingly enough, working with other women. I speak of this a lot and extensively in my women's mystery teachings. Great Mother Creator gave us this gift, given the life ways of human beings down through time. It's like the men went out to protect and provide, the women stayed home and did the work, pretty much 24/7 with children, and very little rest. But we do need rest. Every one of us needs to slow down and rest and nourish ourselves. And we also need to have some kind of emotional support. Men got it from competing and going out there and doing it and all of the kind of things that their energy generates. And women are just, slogging it out there at home day to day to day to day. And so how do we find the feeling of, actually feeling good about our lives, feeling that things are really okay? And the Great Mother gave us a wonderful thing, which is that all of us women stayed more around the villages. We worked together. We tanned hides together. We cooked together. We did many things together. And so that's the natural way that an enormous amount of oxytocin is created in our bodies. And, it's incredibly important. It's not very much fun to go through life just kind of going, oh, I'm fine. But I don't know, I don't feel so great. Nothing feels really wonderful. So I'd really like us to have that. And, I've known about this for some time and I've taught about it and all of that. What's interesting, maybe you're like me here, but I've not taken it into account in my own life in a certain way, because my own life has become quite solitary. When I didn't get to go out and teach on the road so much. I was on the road a lot. Even if I wasn't teaching, I was staying with people and moving and traveling and all of that and being around a lot of people and working with them. But here I work alone most days. Right now I'm residing in France and I don't speak French, French well enough to really, go out and work with groups of women easily. So I get some good therapy from my teaching, some good energy from my teaching, but it's limited in actual days and in the month and year, But recently I've had a startling revelation. Boy, I'm having a hard time talking today. Let me give you some background for understanding. I work with and share the most amazing line of products, a little light patches that they're reflecting patches that do a wide variety of things from the company called LifeWave, including stimulating stem cells, which are the rebuilding and maintaining cells that are so fabulous for your body. They support good, strong cells, cell structure with collagen, reset a good number of your genes to useful, which is quite amazing and true. But a different kind of product that is newer from LifeWave and David are the Aroma sprays. And when my pocketbook agrees, I've been getting some different products to try them for myself before offering them to anyone else. I'll always want to be sure that there's something special before I offer them. And I know of what creator David Schmidt invents and offers are all natural, remarkable, beneficial products, but I really need to see for myself. So this time I got something called Shine, the Aroma, the daytime aromatherapy product. And it's to uplift one's energy and mood. It sounded good, but not really in the line of like super health and longevity support like the patches. But I sprayed it on my wrist. That's the way you use it. Spray it on your wrist and take several deep breaths, and that's kind of it. And I just kind of forgot about it. Nothing spectacular or immediate happened. Then later in the day, I realized I was feeling a kind of mellow happiness and ease that I hadn't experienced in a long time. A real feeling of well-being about my life, about life in general. You know, things have been okay. I'm strong and healthy, amazingly healthy. Nothing's really wrong. And yet the sweetness of that feeling of well-being, just really feeling super good, had not visited in a long while. And here it is again. What a joy. I laughed out loud in happy remembrance of having felt that way most of my earlier life. There's a sense of rightness, of looking forward to things, of being excited about sharing my wisdom, and also getting some new ideas about how to share things in an even more powerful way. Aha! My benefactor, women's benefactor, oxytocin. I believe that the up-leveling of my oxytocin had created these feelings, helped me, I should say, helped me create them. There's some kind of stimulation that happens that allows my natural feelings to come forward when my outer world at present was not able to do that. And then I thought, Shine, that's a good name. So, you know, a lot of us do a lot of things to find that feeling. We spend energy and resources on everything from doing good work to supporting others, you know, shopping to supplements, massages to alcohol and drugs. And none of those usually do the trick, really. And this little inexpensive aroma did. So I want to suggest some things. One is really pay attention to spending more actual bonding time with those you love. And I don't mean just sitting on the couch together looking at your individual cell phones or a TV program. I mean connecting, touching, talking, really coming together in an actual human way. That really brings up some oxytocin, which is so good. And it'll bring oxytocin up for everyone. Another thing is to spend time working on projects like your job or in your community with other women. Men, sweet time with your children, maybe working on your real heart romance. I'm not so sure about the specifics there because I understand the oxytocin more about women. And 3, I highly recommend trying the LifeWave Aromatherapy Shine. There's also one for evening called Dream. And David was talking about it the other day, and he said, women report the only problem with it is waking up in the night and wanting to make love, so they're getting less sleep. So anyway, these products, and specifically the Shine I'm talking about that brings up the oxytocin, are going to be available only this month because LifeWave is turning attention to the development of their other healing patches and other projects. So if you want to try it, get it now. I stocked up a good supply, to tell you the truth, because it felt like it was inexpensive enough that a month's supply, I think, is about $30 or something. And it just really makes a difference in my day. So on the LifeWave site, you'll find this along with a lot of other life supportive and beneficial things. And I'll put a link in the email for you to check those out. And for sure, while you're there, also check out the foundational powerhouse X39, which is the one that's incredibly supportive for your long-term health and well-being. So oxytocin, and any way you can create that. And, you know, a part of it is really breaking through that silliness that they created about us not being together. You know, there's a lot of investigation out there now that shows that a lot of that was just hype. And of course, the big vaccine companies love to do that, and they own most of the media. So anyway, you know, it's really about getting out there and getting together. And I know for many of us, we're doing a lot of work online, like I'm doing right now. But it's really important to also make those connections again and connect up, get that bonding going that creates oxytocin. So here's to love, bonding, and lots of oxytocin in your life. You have a good day.